Hi, everybody, and welcome to Behind the Scenes of Inside Investigations. I'm Consumer Investigator Dale Cardwell. This is Marnie Zambri, our senior producer. She's in on most of these investigations, and we call this one Craigslist Con.
Yes, we call it Craigslist Con, but essentially what it is it's a counterfeit check scheme. And what we found out in looking into this and investigating this, there are so many counterfeit check schemes. There's, they fall under all one umbrella, but they're done in various different ways.
Very creative ways.
Yes, and this one in particular, as you saw with the business owner Kim, she was selling a piece of furniture. She had it listed. She lists on Craigslist. She also lists on eBay. But this person said that they were interested in the piece of furniture. But the way that it started unraveling is that they said, we're going to send you a check for the furniture, and it's going to be triple what you're asking.
Because we're going to send movers to your home to pick up the piece of furniture, you're going to pay them. And we learned, Marnie, that there's a very important evolution of how this works. First of all, they send you far more money than you're being paid, and that increases your confidence level that these people are honest.
The second thing they always do, they never want to talk on the phone. They just want to deal in text or in email. The third thing is that they send you these large checks
that appear to be real.
Through FedEx, UPS, maybe the United States Postal Service, but mostly they figure once they've got you interested, and they always ask you up front, are you going to be able to do this? Like, this is kind of a big task for you to pay the movers on top of everything. Will you be able to do this? Can we trust you to do this? And when you say yes, they FedEx you that check overnight.
And the FedEx appears official. That heightens the belief that, okay, these are real people and they're legitimate because they had to pay some money to send this overnight. Their goal, Marnie, is to get you to go cash that check quickly before it's returned as fraudulent or insufficient funds. And they want you to do this within a 72-hour period because generally it takes about 3 to 5 days for a fraudulent check to
bounce.
Yeah.
And so basically, the way that it works is that they want you to cash this, and they will, the way they convince you that it's real is, one, they steal checks from other people. So they will print a legitimate business that can be looked up on the check. They will also send it from a legitimate, like if you look at the return address on your FedEx, it'll be from a legitimate business. It may be a different business than what's on the check, but it's a legitimate business. And usually the other thing, it's from a legitimate bank. This is all what's printed on the check. So all I can think to my mind is that they have these operations in some of these garage. One person that we're working on another investigation, I could hear a rooster in the background when they actually called. So you know that it's a homegrown operation. It's not a huge amount of layers. It's all a numbers game, and they send out several of these checks, and they'll see if they can get someone desperate enough who needs that cash to send it.
And so the warning here is be very, very careful when something like this comes across your phone. Talk to a friend, talk to a neighbor, and also, it has to be a fairly successful con, otherwise they couldn't afford to send you the FedEx package. That's going to cost them $4 or $6 or whatever. Yeah, to send it overnight, probably more than that.
Yeah.
So that's evidence that it's working. So Kim ultimately protected herself, didn't get taken.
Yeah, Kim figured it out. She, and she talks about it in the piece, which I'm sure you've seen. There were red flags. And if there's ever a red flag, if you know that gut feeling that you feel like something's just off, don't ignore it. If it doesn't sound right, if it seems a little fishy, don't reel it in.
Yeah. Thank you, Marnie.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next time on Behind Inside Investigations.